kill my migraine. Sounds better. Green tea sounds a lot better. Like on every level, green tea sounds better. Punch and block. This is a kick. Punch and block. How wide is this wrap? Everybody, shank Babseed. I don't have my headphones on yet. Just shank him. And then give him a hug to drive the knife deeper. So good morning. Good morning, everybody. Tom, it is pleasant to know that you were the thing around the asshole that has to be repeatedly cleaned on a daily basis. I hope everybody's doing fine. I'm not arguing with you. So, I've been researching barrage balloons for tomorrow night. I'm trying to make barrage balloons to shoot down Pegasi. You know what? You're dumb, one. And 2, too late, already doing it. So the objective is for them to explode. Will hydrogen make them explode bigger? Anyway, everyone, welcome to Attack of the Earthlings, a game brought to you by Tom. Tom sent this to me, said it was fun. I'm going to take his word on it and hit the new game. Would I like to play the tutorial? I've never played this before, so yes, that seems like a prudent idea. Okay, I may have made the game sound a little too quiet. Babseed, shut up. Okay. Welcome to Attack of the Earthlings, a game about an aggressive, all-consuming corporation on a planet they make the terrible mistake of invading. You control the Swarmers, a highly dangerous native species, understandably displeased about the destruction of their home at the hands of these soft, fleshy invaders. Yes. Move camera. Okay. Camera moved. Unit select. Okay. Right click to select where to move. Units can only move as far as their action points. Oh my god, we're going back to action points! You run out of AP. Don't start it. We'll finish the start of each turn. Press end turn. I have ended the turn. Gonna unleash the wrath of Poseidon down the side of this rock. Is he really pissing? Is he taking the piss? Well, he's dead. He died in his own piss. He died like he lived. This seems very... the name of the corporation is Galactitoil. Did he just run like a bitch? Alert upon seeing a swarmer or a corpse. Alert units have red vision cones and behave differently. When alerted, civilians will try to flee the area. Good to know. Roar! Enemy can't see a sound source from the current location. They will investigate it. To prevent first sources from alerting enemies, you may consume them. To consume, move next to it and press the consume ability. Nom 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 nom. He was tasty. So now all they see a giant pool of blood. Yep. Hiding in a box. I might take after Box Pony on some days. Nom 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 nom. Mmm, tasty human. Most enemies in the game are armed and will attempt to attack you rather than flee. The Overwatch ability lets you set up a triggered attack by the first enemy to walk in front. This means proper planning can cause you to ambush things. Good to know. Wait. I have to be stealthy? Bushi. Well, yonder security guard just like pulled a Star Wars on us. Gives you biomass which can be used to build up upgrades for units. Use the swarm grunt ability to create a grunt, the most basic swarm unit. Only the matriarch can spawn new units. Create a bitch! There we go, we made us a bitch. Exactly, Hellspiker. My stealth is referred to as a 12 gauge. Elite Dangerous is a very fun game. However, it does require that you play with other people or it gets boring flying through space. This is gonna get ugly. Execution! Oh look, I got an achievement! I got an achievement. Group hug. Yes. Well, not grenades. Did you just lock my queen bitch outside? Yeah, but now she... Oh, she can get in. Never mind. You're gonna have a bad time. I'm just letting you know. Hold on. Can we make this the most vicious? We can make this the most vicious mauling of all time. I just want to leave piles of blood everywhere. Blood that was bodies. Yes? What? That is annoying. Alright, everyone. Ready for the most vicious troll mauling ever? Nom 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 nom. He only had... He only had 10 hit points. What was the point of that? Is Sophie okay? What? Yes. Yes. $15. If you... She already knew your full name. Exactly, the matriarch knows the way. Oh, I'm sorry, little guy, but you being Suicide Scout and all, you're dead. Oh, well, he's dead too. That didn't actually work as intended. I might not be the best person for this whole stealth thing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So everyone, I just realized that I'm still in recording mode from last night and I hadn't reset my shit and that no one could hear any of the people talking on Discord. 'Cause I'm retarded!
Yes, yes you are. This is a legitimate fact. We shall now call you Fiaura the handicap girl.
Fiaura the handicapped? That sounds mean.
It is mean. Why do you think I'm dating her? It gives me like a free pass to say all the mean, insulting things I can.
I have to call her the voice because she's leader of a cult personality.
She's a cult personality. She's a fascist little dictator of her own
No,
cult.
communist, come on. She's
Who's a
Papa
communist?
Stalin. She is Vozod Fiaura.
Ah. So when we like put her in the in her own memoriam when she's dead, like Do we make sure the tits are as perky as possible, or do we give them boo physics? So when someone opens the door, they flutter.
Hello.
Boob physics.
Physics.
I hate all of you right now. I just want to be clear about that. I'm gonna sip my green tea and fight my migraine.
I posted a video in
You're the
image
voyeurs.
spam that is amazing. About 35 seconds in, that's exactly how we should celebrate Fiaura's life.
No.
Why is it only amazing after 35 seconds?
No, it's 35 seconds into the video.
Okay, so
I put it up. No, that's Kingdom of
Ooh.
Deliverance. Damn it.
Hey, bro.
the lowest level of the mining rig is the drill control, where the blue-collar boys risk their lives in pursuit of daily goals, corporate profit.
I think somebody has a lot of fun with Dreadnought.
Yes, they do, apparently. Yes, Sophie.
I just popped up behind someone and blew their anus out of their heads, and then proceeded to jam it back in while screaming, "Stop hitting yourself!"
That's adorable.
Well, Sophie is kind of adorable.
She is.
This makes me wish it was next year already.
Hey, Destroyer, you know you have don't have any anti-torpedo devices. Fuck you.
Bill?
You're laughing maniacally. That's
Bill,
never
of
a good
course,
sign.
is Bill, of course, is listening to headphones while Jimmy here is about to be eaten alive.
Good riddance, I say.
What in the name of...
Is this gonna be?
Food
How
economy
is he
defense?
not dead yet?
Said so in the
I
script.
don't know, maybe Jimmy is a lot stupider and tougher than what he looks.
Well, the thing is, how
He
come...
made his way back to this surface twice?
Okay,
Has little Jimmy fell down the well yet?
Walks up, taps him on the shoulder, gunches him.
Pops up from behind out of the vents. Nothing personal, kid.
Oh no, did you really just fucking do that meme?
yes,
Yes.
he did.
Fucking
Does
hell.
the meme know
You
the way?
all love dead memes. Fuck yourself,
Yes.
all of you.
Well, I thought you wanted to fuck me.
I
want
take
to
that
do
as a
but
compliment.
That's just because
Yeah.
I'm all loving and all, you know, I'm just an all loving person.
You're not,
By
you're
the way,
Scottish. You hate everything.
Don't ruin my.
Good
Don't ruin my
morning,
image.
Level 1. Mr. Pecker
There's-
here, reminding
Go ahead,
you that the
Daz.
faster we bleed this backwater planet dry,
A
the
nickname of
faster
mine
we can
from
get
high
the
school
hell
was
out
Jimmy,
of here.
so-
With that in mind, I'm sure
Did you
you
ever
all
fall down
grasp
the well?
how vital it is that our motor
No,
coils
we didn't
remain
actually have wells that you could fall down
100%
here
functional.
where I lived.
That
My
means
arch
Ow.
no
nemesis
more
is
using the
literally
radiation
named
ducts to
Mr.
microwave your
Pecker.
lunch, people. Another breakout.
Damn it!
If,
The amount of
is
puns you
there
can
no,
make
is
out of
there,
that.
there is no way you could have made him less of a dick. He literally is named Dick.
Dark
Well, I mean-
humor.
You could have named them Margaret Thatcher and that would still come across as the correct one, but you know.
We don't talk about that witch.
All you got to remember about her is she was hard and brassy and thought she was sovereign, like the old 1 pound coin.
What you have to remember about her is that she needs to be, you know, in Satan's clutches.
Well, I mean, didn't the Scottish have the opportunity to bury her with shovels?
No, we weren't given the opportunity, unfortunately.
Should have been given the opportunity.
Yeah, we was handed it over personally.
Thanks, Frankie Boyle, for that great meme.
Dank meme.
The dankest of memes. But Pippa, I thought it was a Maymay.
I am gonna fucking kill you.
So, you're gonna fuck me and kill me, or you're gonna kill me and then fuck me?
Yes.
Yes.
That was pronounced meme.
Me.
Right, I'm gonna listen to live music because you're all giving me a revengeful case of fucking leukemia right now.
We're giving you cancer, do
Well,
you mean?
I'm screwed.
Remember one thing.
Well, if it makes you feel
Fiaura
better,
does eat what she kills.
Yeah, she does actually.
that is not a problem. But anyway, if it makes you feel better, I am the most cancerous person because I literally work with cancer. It's great.
So you fish crabs, or
I work with asbestos. So when I make really, really dark memes, I'm both cancerous there and both cancerous in my profession.
I seem to have fucker nucked the pooch.
Asbestos?
Yes,
Don't you
you
mean Asperger's?
Asbestos.
Asperger's.
asparagus?
Asperger's? That doesn't sound that tasty, but
Is that what
undoubtedly
makes my
filling.
wee so funny?
I'm pretty sure there's a porn out of there with like lesbians like clenching each other's butts in bread buns and then like eating
I
their
just
asses
want
out
to
or
point
something.
out that Sophie said a porn. Like,
Yes, I did.
porn can
I'm
be
pretty
seen
sure there's a
there.
porn or a fetish out there that Renner probably gets off to.
I mean, all I'm going to say is 2 girls, 1 cup, Sophie.
Hey, I ate a steak pie while watching that.
Can
I
we
could
not like have a dick measuring contest of who can watch the most vile shit?
I was
I
called
watch you get
waffles
off, that's
during
pretty
the
vile.
waffles epidemic, so
How about I send you all some Tide Pods to chew on?
that will.
Did that meme just? Are you serious?
This stream just turned into a Tide app.
I mean, like, I won't eat it
That.
personally, but if you give it to my class, I'll be very, very appreciative.
I'm going to annex your class and then send them to the gulag.
They're already in the fucking gulag. It's called a mini farm.
It's
I
not
thought
gulag
it's called
enough.
school.
Not a re-education camp, that would be school.
Ah, sorry.
When
I'm a
people
terrible person, I'm going to hell.
Ah,
You're Scottish.
Oh yeah,
That's where you guys go to
Oh, it's
drink.
going.
The thing about it,
Y'all are just sort of.
Y'all are just wrong. What in the fuck?
well, Pippa,
Why,
if you go to hell, you can punch Margaret Thatcher while you're there. So think of it as a great destination because
Well, I
you
get
can
to
punch
meet
her over
my,
and over again for all eternity.
I get to meet my favourite person, I get to meet Joseph Stalin.
Actually,
I could check up on Hitler, what he did.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure
he has
he's
turned
in
it into a
heaven.
new Reich.
But
He's in heaven with
but
all
he
the
didn't do
prisoners
anything wrong.
Fiaura, you're in the
He
drill
did
room.
nothing wrong.
I know I'm in
The
the drill
absolute-
room, but I have this really odd tendency to want to explore the rest of the level and maybe murder about 50 more humans before we actually hit the drill.
The absolute
Because
nightmare of everyone else.
I kind of.
For the Empire.
What in the fuck are these two? They're in there. First off. First thing I gotta say. Them swim trunks. Second, floaties? Really?
And
Glorious.
radioactive wastewater?
Suka Bliatrash B.
Idin nachwe.
Order Total 7 has been activated, comrades. Not
Level
one step
1.
back.
Thank you,
Why
Princess
is my
Luna.
console saying that the primary motor coil is down? Is this another Steve situation? Come on, man.
Holy hell, you just got
Warning!
tapped.
A
Stream
Steve
tip overload.
situation?
All hands, prepare for
Good thing we have
exploded
Steve
broken
situation.
Fiaura in 5,
Steve
4,
away from them.
3, 2, 1. Detonation imminent.
This is when I lost my fucking hearing, thank you!
What?
Shit!
Could you at least gag yourself before you
situation?
scream?
Oh my god, I'm playing Steve the Scorpion? What the shit?
Someone gag this bitch! Jesus Christ, I never
That's
approved
your
of-
job.
I never approved of
job.
gagging the disabled, but this is a great time. Goddamn Altus.
I think somebody's having fun with the
My
game.
hearing.
Well, I don't know. Everything just kind of exploded all at once.
And the Steve situation, I think, set her off.
You know, it doesn't take much to set her off, really.
What are you talking about? It takes like an hour and some change. You get annoyed.
That's because you weren't even
that is
trying
far
that,
too much information that I did not want to know.
Pip,
Tell me more, bitches. Tell me more.
Yeah, I was about to say, Pip. Last time I checked, there wasn't an amount of TMI for you.
Exactly. I want to know more. Give me details. The juicy details.
See, you sound like
I sound like what?
You sound like the thing from Starship Troopers. Do you want to know more? Yes, my minions. Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Ah! Ah! Why does playing always the medic? Why does playing the medic always put me in the line of fire? This is abuse. I'm gonna call the Geneva Convention and tell them this is not sanitary health condition.
I like how there's that whatever word you just said is a convention.
Yes, the Geneva Convention. Do you not know what it is?
Geneva.
Then again, given you're American, I don't think you know what it is.
Geneva, not
Geneva. There we go. I'm sorry, my accent is too cultured for you to understand.
Oh, don't you fucking
You
start.
couldn't even pronounce it correctly. It's not a... Also, Fee is from America. They are violating the Geneva Convention every turn they get.
I know, see, that's why she doesn't know what it is. She's like, the Geneva Convention.
Spitfire,
Is that a type of
Spitfire.
arrow?
Geneva!
It's even... Marshall, Spitfire. It's even worse. She's from Alabama. She's from the Deep South. We don't know what conventions are.
Convention? Isn't that a place where I can fuck my sister?
Excuse me?
Alabama, the only state in which Ancestry.com and eHarmony are the same thing.
What? What is what?
You don't fuck your cousins?
That sounds like a great thing for Scotland to do, doesn't it?
No, we already fucking genetically destroyed already. We do not need to be any more fucked.
Repair myself, please. Get away from me.
Well, in Alabama, you can meet your sister daddy.
Sister daddy.
These two imbeciles are seriously playing in the radiation.
Yes.
That's how you get a Steve situation.
So basically, we're not on DEF CON anymore, we're on Steve. Come to think of it, Steve level 1 sounds a lot more intimidating than DEF CON.
Can I make more powerful units than grunts?
Maybe once you are finished with the tutorial?
I did finish the tutorial. We're actually in the main game now.
Wait, what?
I haven't gotten much past this Fiaura because every time I've tried to start it, something's come up. And I'm just like, God damn it.
Set the ambush and rape the humans.
That's hot.
Whoa, whoa, that's a little bit too much.
She's definitely
Just
from the
kill
South,
them.
Rape.
Rape is never a good thing.
No,
That is always
you
a
don't.
good thing.
You don't understand, Babsy. You don't understand. There is a protocol to alien invasion that requires anal probing.
He's definitely
That's
played
for scientific
yeah.
research, not sexual
you-
pleasure.
Yeah,
And when you take
the
control...
two aren't mutually exclusive.
Yeah, that's true.
Remember, it's rape, pillage, and then rape.
I thought it was burn third.
No.
You said
He
rape
likes
twice.
The second, if you yell surprise, it's not rape.
Isn't it rape, pillage, and haul off into slavery?
I don't know. Whichever gets you more
Possibly
booty at the time.
You're a progressive alien race. You don't believe in slavery.
Yes, we do.
I am not a... No, slavery is perfectly acceptable. It's fine. We can get away with that.
Especially when it's collars runner.
I'm sorry, dear.
And leather suits.
I hate to break this one to you. I understand why you wanted to trade collars for this time while we were away from each other, but your neck is like half the size of mine. I'm just saying. You might be a skinny bitch.
I'm sorry I'm not fat.
So Spitfire puts the choke in Choker.
Yes, she puts the choke in Choker.
I mean, I thought you liked being choked.
I mean, it's pretty kinky.
Go forth, minion! Murderize him!
I didn't think Sophie was that well endowed.
Ow, could you stop shooting at me, please? Thank you. It's not very nice. Damn people these days automatically shooting at the first red one they see.
Well, fuck the red team! Didn't you get on the list? Fuck the red team!
Didn't you get the memo? Ooh. It's me.
You know, if you turned your own color red and the enemy's color blue, first of all, you would confuse yourself, and second of all, psychological effect of being red would make you actually more aggressive and play harder for winning.
The only thing they should have added to this Fiaura was after you reach somebody, you need to perp.
You're thinking of Cho'Gath from League of Legends or what? Because that's how that matriarch looks like a little bit.
This is definitely the shitposting.
Oh, there's a vent there. Let's go in the vent. Where does this lead? Oh.
Couple of different places, possibly.
That's kind of useless. Yes, yes, my minions, we are going to kill them all without mercy, justification, or cause.
I just fucking love people who, when they're on your team doing nothing, bitch at you because you fuck up one thing.
Because there's no way I'm reading the words motor, coil,
I know, right? World of Tanks players can be really fucking annoying.
Today.
That is essentially what the community in this game like.
That's way past immediate firing and right into
you just came in and shoved money in my bra and laughed. What is wrong with you?
Last coil go down.
The wrong thing he did was that he didn't put it in both tits and put it down your pants. You failed, Void. I'm sorry. He had one shot and he blew it.
Real quick, it's like
I think Song shot a very good shot.
It made Fiaura come. To her senses.
She comes pretty quickly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially hit 50 likes on the thingamabob. I want to kill the humans. How do I... hold on. I have an idea. Rape him.
Yes.
Pipper is
I'm for some anal probing.
In favor of this.
Oh, this is gonna
There's a very, very logical explanation why aliens do all the anal probing.
And what is it?
Science.
Now, they go to Earth. What are the radio waves they pick up first? The internet. What's the most common thing on the internet? Porn. They're just saying hello. They think it's normal.
I thought it was League of Legends players are the most common thing on the internet.
League of Legends porn.
I prefer the Overwatch porn, to be honest.
Yeah, Overwatch porn is most likely even more ubiquitous.
So, I'm sorry to say this, but Tom the Grunt is about to get his head imploded off. But it was for the greater good.
The greater good.
He shoots me in the head. That's not a vital hit.
The greater good.
It's for the greater good.
Let's see, it's okay, because we're just gonna eat the human by the penis. Hey, I said penis first, damn it, Billy.
No, you go for the nuts first.
No.
So they don't hang out. Make you look less sloppy.
But the whole point is to look sloppy about it.
You'd never eat
sloppy
penis sloppy.
seconds.
That's the point. You can make the body sloppy, but you have to eat the penis clean.
No!
Or you'll just be a whore.
No! Do you not understand the matriarch for which you work? You must
are not
be
just
all
any
vicious.
common whore, Fiaura. You are not just any common whore.
No, she's cheap and used.
You're better than just
Ooh,
a
damn.
whore. You're an
Sophie.
exquisite whore, and you do things correctly.
Sophie with them shots.
I mean, according to the Dayash slave girls buying thing, I'm a virgin and I'm young, so that means I fetch more money than you. You are in the over 30 scheme, which means it's about $40 for you and $70 for me.
Why are we now judging people by their worth on the slave market?
$200.
Well, see, there's something about me that you don't realize, Sophie.
What?
I'm intelligent. I have more uses than just the bed.
Oh shit!
And I have a degree. I actually have degrees. I can actually. I can tell you how to best manipulate your workers into doing what you want.
So you have a unique angle of attack.
Yes.
One slight problem with that, Orena.
Hmm.
You can only do one thing at one thing at the same time. I can multitask.
Or feed the dog and the cat at the same time.
I can play games and text people on my
Shitpost.
phone. I can stream.
Oh, I forgot I had a Jim Bob back here. Hey, Jim Bob, go check that out for me. Yep, there's a guy who's smoking next to the no. He's literally smoking next to the no smoking sign. It's as though he's asking to be gutted.
Kill him
Smoking
first.
kills, it says.
Smoking kills. And then there's like just a horde of alien grenades just shoved in his direction.
I wish I had alien suicide bombers.
Well, I didn't get much farther in the game. Actually, I think you're as far as I got.
You do have alien suicide bombers. They're called the Polish when they're drunk.
They're not aliens though.
There is a level of racism.
They're illegal
here.
They're
aliens.
pretty alien.
That's
They
not
are.
racist though, because they're white and she's white. It's xenophobic.
Yes.
I'm a racist.
Yes, it
I don't
is.
like anybody.
Same.
Well, no. See, it's not xenophobic or anything like that. It's just nationalist.
That's what we call Nazis.
I mean,
No, those are National Socialists.
ironically enough, there is a high dose of there is a lot of Nazis in Poland.
No shit,
Amusingly
they sort
yes.
of invaded, you know?
No,
No,
went
I
on
mean,
the
like-
elite.
I mean, like, there's a lot of Nazi parties and members in Poland. With that is a lot of irony, given that many people were killed in there, invaded, and absolutely busted shit.
Sophie.
Well, on the other hand,
Yes.
East Prussia
Yes.
was like the
Sophie.
biggest and strongest
Yes.
state of Germany.
Okay, all of you now at this point. Politics.
Oh, sorry. Oh, by the way, Fee, did you get my email in STR?
I did. I have been religiously selling those pieces of contraband, and I've already made 1 million credits off of them.
Nice.
I mean, I need to get 300 million to get the ship, so it's a start.
Yeah, but I was like not sure. Like that was the first time I sent an email to another person, so I didn't know if it would go through or not. But it did. So nice.
Go forth, my minions! Invade! How many of you do I have now? Like, I have a. This is like a Zergling infestation now. That poor guard's gonna come down this hallway and go, oh shit, I don't have enough bullets.
Reno,
Yes, dear.
if this is a Zerglin infestation, does that mean priority number 1 is fuck, priority number 2 is multiply?
I thought that was... Well, it could be a Slanesh invasion.
Well, yeah, but Slanesh is like the whole multiply part doesn't go in because they're only in there for the
You,
pain
take
of
a bullet.
childbirth. Like they just
Exactly.
start
I
the kids after
I just told someone to take a bullet and then Zergling to the guy.
I will catch a grenade for you.
And there goes number
Did
3.
that
I
come on?
doubt that you
That's
would.
it.
About it?
I'm sending
Oh,
down
well.
some guys to teach you a lesson
I'll
in
just, like,
discipline
throw it back
you'll
at them.
never forget.
Because I have a toss back.
Oh, he's sending down guys to teach us lessons in discipline. Oh no.
Teach me, Daddy!
forgot the uncle.
Oh, he pulled out the motion tracker. He has a motion tracker. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, he thinks he's a colonial marine.
Really?
Oh.
Apologies, everyone. I thought you were just brain dead.
I like
No.
the uh-oh.
Dead.
My
Oh,
apologies,
boys.
everyone. I
Looks
thought
like
you
your
were just
disciplinary
brain dead,
exercise
not
has
just
become
dead
a
dead.
bog standard alien elimination. Can't win them all.
Did you just say this has become a bug hunt? Oh my god. He just called this a bug hunt.
Join the mobile infantry for the buck hunt.
Mobile infantry, don't you mean speed bumps?
Yeah, she's about accurate on that one.
Do you want to know more?
Let's know more.
Fiaura is massing for an attack.
And here we see the mighty Fiaura massing for an all-out assault. On your anus last night.
I thought it was Uranus.
No, that's
Operation
a,
Uranus.
I thought it was Uranus.
Isn't that a gas planet? Or is that not?
Operation Uranus.
Did you say Operation Urine and Uranus?
I said Operation Uranus. It's where the Soviets fucked all of the Germans in the ass. See, I can make puns.
Oh, Pip, did you ever watch the Surrender video?
Oh god.
I think, no, I haven't had time yet. I haven't had time yet. Plus, you never told me which one it was. You just said it was going to be in that series, so I'd have to go through every single one.
Oh, it's like the second one from Only War.
The second one, okay.
First one is basically everybody getting their characters made out.
Yeah, I actually haven't had the time to do it, unfortunately. But I will.
I like that, but I will. And I always look at people who say that, and I go, no, you won't. I know better. You're not actually
Yes,
gonna do
yes,
the
I
thing."
fucking... Do you want a bet? Do you want a bet?
Pippa, I have something for you.
What is that?
When you have a clap light in your bedroom, rough sex then becomes a rave.
Nice. Nice.
That's not that one.
Ah, really, Sophie?
Yes.
I think it sounds more like Sophie has needs to see a doctor. She's got that much clap.
I mean, technically Ren is a therapist, so you know.
Wait, Ren is a
I'm not
therapist?
that kind of doctor.
If she's a therapist, then I don't want her to psychoanalyze me because it would turn out some weird results. What the fuck was that noise?
It's me stretching and yawning.
Sounded more like somebody was slowly dying.
Yeah.
It hurt. Okay.
Why did it hurt?
I don't know. Everything hurts.
Everything hurts.
Everything. Except for my butt. My butt doesn't hurt, but everything else does.
Why does that not hurt though? That's my
I don't know.
Because Sophie's always butthurt.
Because she's not butthurt yet.
No.
LMAO.
Hey, LeMayo.
Do that.
Fucking meme.
Do that 40 million times and see what happens.
The countdown for Starbase Level 3 has begun.
Oh my god, finally? Really? So that 1500 I put in last night finally kicked?
Yay?
No, I did like was it 700 today? The last 700.
Yeah, but I did the what was it? Last night I traded in. I had 18 commendations to trade in, and I did them all. Well,
it's gonna take a freaking sick week.
By the way,
for it to
once
update.
you've dealt with our guests, head up to 7. Dickenham's picking out lobster for dinner and wants some extra protection after last week's.
Your name is Mr. Pecker, and the guy who's eating lobster on level 7 is Dickham.
Hello.
Hi, Ray Ruthless.
I think a certain group of developers had a lot of fun developing this game.
And also, I'm going to point out that this guy died with his ass in the air.
Are we going through the names for your dildos now?
Well, he's preparing for butt sex.
Oh,
no, they're called Monster.
I get a negative for taking too long and for creatures dying. I'll have to remember that.
Serial Grillers from Outer Space. That mission name is awesome.
It is.
I hope this entire game is filled with puns and puns and puns.
Okay, what do I use? How do I use mutagen?
Who
That
said my
I don't
name?
know.
What do you desire?
I think
Did
that
you know
looks to be
condoms
like
have a
an
serial
in-game, in-mission.
Okay.
No.
Oh no, it's between missions. Okay.
Yeah.
An introduction to mutagen. This is mutagen's. Okay, so it's level up menu.
It's my birthday and I'll die if I want to. Genius.
Perhaps it's because no one's ever had to peel them back that far.
I can assimilate. I can
joke.
assimilate people.
Throw them to the sex dungeons. Do spaceships have dungeons?
Oh my.
Ethical product testing. Really, really, and you show a shark.
Sector
Those
2.
assholes.
I've received several questions.
I mean,
from you
Rana,
about a
would you like me to
sudden
get you a shark
unexplained
plushie for your
security
birthday?
lockdown. This came as
I
quite
think
a
you're
shock
going to
to
end up getting
me.
stabbed.
As you aren't permitted
Not
to
gonna
ask
lie.
questions,
Not if I send it
Trust
through the post.
you have nothing to worry about. Keep the doors locked and get back to work.
She would
Oh,
love a
great.
shark
I have a
plushie, wouldn't
Hungarian
you?
on my team.
Stuck in a lockdown. Everyone's forgotten it's your birthday. This week can't get any worse.
Wait until you get an alien up your ass.
This week can't get any worse. Assimilate, Carlos.
I'm gonna go now. Love you, Rana.
I love you too.
Candy Graham.
Oh
Well,
God!
you
How
get
does
worse if
nobody
you're like,
notice that shit?
No, your week can get worse if you're like on the toilet and an Alpha Death Claw shows up.
How does nobody notice that Carlos is not okay?
Because they're a bunch of Ethel. What the fuck's wrong with Junior?
They just don't care.
Hey, Holtz.
Hi, Holtz. How's the Holtzinator?
Yeah, what are you people doing in here? It's like somebody's streaming or something. Jeez.
I know, right?
Are you playing the Xenomorphs?
I am the Xenomorphs, yes.
Attack of the Earthlings.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Oh, my whole... That hurt.
Assimilate.
Funny that you said that. I'm currently playing against the Borg.
There's a
just now they
turret.
said their iconic line.
Turrets are not okay. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. Well, at least Carlos is my bitch. Good old Carlos. He always knew how to be a bitch. Is there? How do I unlock the door?
I think he just takes action points to unlock it and go through.
Nope. It is locked, it seems.
Carlos, you didn't unlock the damn door.
Damn it, Carlos.
You had one job.
Do not take another step.
Or what? You will shoot Carlos?
Carlos shall die.
But I liked Carlos. Why are you killing Carlos?
Because he didn't unlock the damn door.
Exactly. That's a good reason.
But no, let's get the door unlocked.
I mean, sure, he's a mindless zombie with, That's no excuse. I don't like to think of him as being mindless. I like to think that he's trapped in his mind and he wants to scream and get out of there, but he can't.
That's not as kinky, though.
Because that's a lot less dark.
How is that called again? That trapped-in syndrome? That is pretty fucking nasty.
So Carlos has to go for his... Okay.
Bye-bye, Carlos. We won't miss you.
This game is funny.
Carlos, let's get... Wait a minute. Something's wrong with you.
Hello, I am Mr. Burns.
Oh my god, you're a year older! Oh my god, they threw him a surprise party! Oh, poor Carlos! He does. Oh my god, they actually had to respell it from Carl.
I dread to think of what kind of stripper is going to pop out of that cake.
A little alien.
Strippers are Helga and Igor.
They even put party hats on the turret.
This was a triumph.
Doors unlocked.
Look, the point of a lockdown is that the doors are supposed to stay locked. Do you want to end up like Sector 1?
I like the giant sign above the security terminals.
Just follow protocol, alright? It's very important that our repair teams remain undisturbed.
I am here for friendly reasons.
Go forth and munch.
You're here for friendly reasons? I call shenanigans.
No.
Oh my god, is that a red Maxim in the distance?
Hello. This is a friendly mauling.
How are you doing, Red?
Doing fine.
What's this? A memo for a party on 2nd? I don't seem to have received an invite.
I just came in because I just missed.
Shame.
I just missed
As
being
without
in here.
my authorization, it's not permitted.
That's a good reason.
Oh well. I guess the party's cancelled. Get back to work. Oh, and leave the cake. I'll send someone from security to pick that up.
Carlos looks way too happy.
He is. He is a very happy, mindless zombie bitch for us. I mean, look at that awesome collar we bought him. Look at all those sweet, sweet pulsing rubies.
Oh,
Those aren't rubies. Those are pustules.
They're throwing him a birthday party, and he's going to give them the surprise. You say pustule, I say ruby.
It like roses.
Wow, that was just wrong. Okay, Carl.
Why do I have the feeling you should be playing Aerosmith?
Be my distraction
right now. Okay, but last time I didn't get any cake.
No one's going to give you cake because no one loves you.
Oh, okay, but I'm gonna have to burn the building down.
I want my stapler.
Yeah, but that's my stapler. Because, you know, when they switched over, I kept the old swing line.
Let's eat him.
But
Now
why? He was throwing you a party.
Let's puke up a new alien. And now I want you to eat his punk ass. Right in front of his buddy. Just right in front of his buddy, right now.
You're enjoying this far too much.
Why did they program the turrets to care?
Hello?
Those poor turrets, hello.
All I can think of is GLaDOS and Aperture Science now. Is anybody there?
No.
No, tovarish.
No, no hay nadie aquí. Definitivamente no hay monstruos que te van a comer el cráneo. Para nada.
¿Qué pasa?
This guy has nowhere to run to. He's just gonna sit here and shit his pants.
Well, you probably don't want to eat him then.
Oh no, we're gonna eat. We're gonna eat him. Shit and all.
Oh,
wow! Oh God, no! Oh God, Carlos was gay. We mind controlled and murdered the gay guy.
I think we'll have to shut this stream down for hate crimes.
Oh God.
Anguish chip attempt to override? The turret is having to sit here and suffer and just watch this happen, and they made the turret care. God, that's evil! You made the security turret give a shit!
It's the companion cube all over again. It can feel everything.
Wait a minute. Did you kill the guy who threw the party?
Yes.
Are you mind controlling the guy who threw the party?
No.
No, I'm mind controlling the guy they threw the party for.
Oh, okay. Good, because I didn't want you to mind control Pinkie Pie.
Oh, so is that a party cannon?
I don't think you can mind control Pinkie Pie, just as a note.
I think it would just like backfire and you would become a fucking mindless drone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would be the cause and effect there.
What game is this anyway?
Attack of the Earthlings.
Ah, yes.
The guy who's alerted to the fact shenanigans are up can't come and investigate the shenanigans. That's funny.
Is he wearing at least 7 pieces of flare?
Goliath upgrade. You've unlocked the Goliath upgrade. You can now upgrade guns to Goliaths, hard-hitting units that can take multiple hits before dying. This unit is too tough for your guns to handle without taking damage. You should upgrade to a Goliath. Okay. Turn into... Oh my God! Evolve into Death Machine!
That looks beefy.
Definitely does.
Punch his lights out.
For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead.
I'm not gonna say that we haven't just mutilated a few dozen corpses here, but we've probably mutilated a few dozen corpses here.
You said you weren't gonna say that.
And a stripper.
This stream is full of lies.
You know, I didn't realize he was a stripper at the time.
He just took all his clothes off in front of me, and I
just kind of went with
and
it.
She ate them.
Well, strippers are like robots. They don't have any soul.
No, that's hookers.
Hookers, strippers.
I thought that was redheads.
Gingers don't have souls.
But that was a daywalker.
A date walker?
Imagine then if you have a ginger stripper who
Bumper.
does not have a soul again.
We are all going to hell.
Oh yes, but we all knew that already.
Oh dear God, they are the actual bugs from Starship Troopers. I have Goliaths and now I have ranged units.
Yeah. Click here to learn more.
You think he's kidding?
I also love how, so far, from what I've seen, all of the security staff just stand there and let you kill them without fighting back.
Oh no, if they spot you, they'll shoot you.
Yeah, they've been shooting me.
Okay, I'm sorry, just from the stream I've seen, I haven't seen them attack you at all. I might have missed it, I guess, but... So far, every time you seem to encounter no resistance, like, oh, an alien, how's it going, buddy? Are you here for the party? And I'm dead.
I like how they can't just open the door and look around first. They have to actually, like, they have to actually walk through the door and just get murdered from the overwatching alien.
Yep. Hey guys, what's going on out here?
Hey guys, how you? Oh God! It's just like the gypsy lady said!
Is that an Archer meme that I just heard?
Yes, I just made an Archer meme.
Well, it's like people say there's nothing wrong with being eaten. Oh, really? Ask a hot dog.
Hey, Fiaura.
Yes.
Fiaura.
Yes. Yeah.
Fiaura.
Yes, dear.
Danger zone.
No. 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 I just got danger zone and it doesn't feel good.
I think that's one of my favorite Archer promos, is the one where he's the whole Top Gun thing, and then he just ends up he's riding like one of the kiddie rides outside the supermarket.
Yeah. What's the song?
Highway to the Danger Zone.
Zone.
Highway to the Danger Zone.
Yeah, they used that song
again
times in the movie.
Yeah, Top Gun.
Yeah, they used that song 3 times.
You know, that's the best promo they ever had for that show. Was him like all the Top Gun scenes, and at the end it's just him like drunk riding the kiddie jet ride outside the supermarket. He's like, Woodhouse again. Poor Woodhouse.
What do you mean, poor Woodhouse? He volunteered.
Not really. He didn't so much volunteer as he is trapped from his addictions. He has an opiate addiction, and they basically like turn him into an indentured servant because of that. Very good.
I like how the heavily armored guard is doing exercises and being like all peppy and shit.
La 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 la
Not for
la
long.
la 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 la.
He's gonna give
good.
more DNA.
good.
for biomass.
Carlos's friend Jim Bob went the wrong way.
Thanks, Jim Bob.
Cracking of the can, what you said, Jim Bob, could not be more perfect.
Go back to
Bob.
Glasgow.
What did you just say to me?
I said, Mr. from Edinburgh, go back to Glasgow.
I am not from fucking Edinburgh.
Are you from
Why
fucking
has
Glasgow
repair
then?
team A gone dark?
The area around Glasgow.
No, my
That's why I said Edinburgh, because nothing pisses
What's
somebody
this?
off from Edinburgh more than saying it from Glasgow, or vice versa.
Oh no.
Go and fuck yourself.
What is the
You,
difference?
sir. One's full of chipters.
Well, I'm from Ireland, so you can go screw yourself.
Well, you're Irish.
Stalker upgrade. You can now upgrade units into stalkers, stealthy units whose attacks pierce enemy armor, allowing them to take on some of the more tougher human stalkers. So the only upgrade units that can travel into vents.
No, it's funny. I used to work in a retail store, and this fella from Scotland had just got, like, literally off the boat from Scotland visiting friends, was trying to buy something in the store, and one of my subordinates came to me. He's like, "Can you help me? I can't understand a thing this guy is saying." And so I went and talked to the guy, and I dealt with him, and I helped him out. And at the end, I brought my associate over, and I'm like, he's like, how did you understand that? And right in front of the Scottish guy, I'm like, well, you see, with Scottish, they're speaking English. But if you have the right mindset, it's easy to understand, because basically Scottish is just English, but you're really drunk.
Wow.
And the Scottish guy busted out laughing.
It's actually scarily accurate what you just said as well.
I know. It's like, just imagine you spoke perfect English, but you're really drunk. Like, that's exactly what it is.
Wow.
Ow. Just wow.
It's upsetting how true that is. It's 100% accurate.
So, does this explain why they don't drink in the Middle East?
They don't drink in the Middle East because you're not allowed to, because and
because they're afraid you'll become Scottish.
Morals. No, because my morals, bitches. They're good moral people. They don't do hedonistic things.
Alcohol is a sin. It's enjoying yourself is a sin.
Yes, you cannot have fun. Fun is sinful.
I always thought it was because you are drinking and using bombs doesn't work well together.
That too. Unless they're Jaeger bombs.
The best kind of bombs.
Yeah. that guy was really fucking. He was really cool about it. He thought it was the funniest thing he'd heard since he came over.
Because it's 100% accurate.
I know. Like I said, I wouldn't have said it if I thought it was offensive to the guy, because I've known a lot of Scottish people, and they're all pretty chill people. As long as you don't insult their families or tell them they're from Edinburgh when they're from Glasgow.
Listen here, you Glasgow fuck. I'm from Edinburgh. Well, shit.
Oh no, they don't care if you're from Edinburgh. It's if you tell them that they're from Edinburgh and they're not. They might still fight you, but they'll be a little more relaxed about it.
Just call him a Campbell.
What's happening here?
Well,
All sorts of shenanigans.
Do you know why the Scottish invented kilts?
Why?
Because sheep can hear zippers a mile away.
Yep.
And they stampede.
Oh!
You said it wrong.
Nice.
It's the Scots wear kilts because the sound of zippers scare the sheep.
Either way. Plus, it's also untrue because the Irish invented kilts and Scots stole it, just like golf.
We steal everything from you and then pass it off as our own.
Exactly. Except haggis, you guys can keep that one.
Do you not like it by any chance?
I've actually never tasted it, but I just find the thought of sheep's innards wrapped in a sheep's stomach just unappealing. I'm willing to try it, but I've never tried it.
I think it was basically a drunk Scot that punched a sheep so hard it turned inside out, and tada haggis.
Ta-da, haggis.
National dish.
I think he was just drunk when he came up with it.
That is a whole lot of
not
enemy
something I would
units.
recommend.
Well, to be fair, that's probably how a lot of national dishes came to be.
What somebody
I mean, who named Spotted Dick? It was obviously some drunk guy. This is. We'll call this Spotted Dick. It's hilarious, and we'll make all the foreigners eat it. Say, "Oh no, it's a very proper dish." Yes.
Well, remember in Australia, if you like jerk and I think it's horsecock, you like bologna sandwiches with mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Go!
But I mean, what can you expect from?
Can we double up
island full of
security to
prisoners.
repair teams C and D, please? Just, make sure they're working extra hard. On an unrelated note,
Terrible accident in the
standard
Barbie
galactoil
weekend.
health insurance no longer covers the following. Animal bites, maulings, partial
It was funny, my
devourment,
friends from Australia, and I can't believe that they didn't immediately get angry at me when I said this to them. I said, "Hey, just curious, like, what do you think you'd get if you took a bunch of prisoners and stuck them on an island?" And like, I don't know what. I'm like, Australia.
it's funny that Australia lost a war to an animal.
That is true. Australia did lose to the mighty emu.
Yeah.
They actually fucking declared war on an animal and they fucking lost. That's like...
They're also losing the war with rats and rabbits.
Ah, well, rabbit, sheep.
I want to point out that Mr. Peckerson, aka Giant Dickus, has just rescinded health insurance for basically the alien attack.
My name is Biggest Dickus. For those of you who are Monty Python fans.
Yeah.
Spam, 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 spam.
I have a friend. He's called Biggest Tiggus.
Wonderful
And
spam, delicious spam. Hey, God.
And for those of you who have not seen it, you must watch The Meaning of Life.
And the Holy Grail, and the entire Flying Circus series.
Oh, I'm not saying don't watch those, but if I had to pick one as, like, watch it would be The Meaning of Life.
If you have to pick one, I wouldn't go with The Meaning of Life. I would go with Holy Grail.
Holy Grail is funny, but
then you understand my how horrific someone playing a Kushiban Jedi is.
I pick Meaning of Life because it's indicative of like how their whole comedy theme works. Like it's all those different sketches. Like it really shows like all of Monty Python's talents. Holy Grail is like a very specific thrust of what their talents are. It's very funny, and it actually is my favorite movie. But if I was saying like if you want to understand Monty Python, it would be The Meaning of Life.
What about The Life of Brian?
It's also good, but again, it's one of those very specific movies. It's also not as good as Meaning of Life or Grail. It's my third favorite movie of theirs. They're still very enjoyable, but Meaning of Life is the overall like this is what Monty Python is about. Holy Grail is my favorite, and Life of Brian is this was really funny, but I still prefer the other two.
Oh God! Somebody's scrubbing the floor.
I know, right? It's like they're not going to look up in time to notice the obvious problem.
The obvious giant hallway full of aliens that are going to eat their face?
Yeah, that.
It's not their face they're going to eat.
I think we're going to need more bleach.
For all the blood, salt, and water.
Oh, you need to keep the janitor. Who's going to clean up afterwards?
Avon Lady calling.
Well, once Fee is done with this game, she can play Viscera Cleanup Simulator.
Yeah. Also, Zeo420 in the chat. You are correct. A friend of mine who was a very roughneck Scottish person and a bouncer at a lot of bars, one time living here in Canada, when we were getting drunk, decided to show off his prowess by headbutting his head through a fence.
That sounds sadly accurate once again.
Yes. Oh no, this is a fella who I insulted on a daily basis for being Scottish and drunk and in a fun like a friend. We were really good friends.
Yes, that's what people do here. We insult.
But the one time he talked about Star Trek. So I don't watch Star Trek and says, sorry, Star Wars. He's like, oh, you never saw Star Wars? You're a real loser. He threatened to kill me. Like, I guess because it was a trigger phrase for him. I guess his dad called him a loser all the time. I didn't know that. But like after I called him a sheep copulator and a drunk and a degenerate Scottish person. And it was all laughs. And I'm like, oh, you don't watch Star Wars? You're a loser. Being like really sarcastic and like he was ready to kill me. I'm like, what just happened?
They take their science fiction seriously there.
No, it was the opposite.
I get it.
Yeah, it was just really weird because I'm like, I've called you so many worse things. Why are we suddenly about to battle to the death? Like, I've known you for 3 years. Why are we about to die?
You're about to battle. Oh my God, that guy has 2 attacks and 150 hit points. That's like gonna need like a Simo strike from hell.
Sneak around, get behind him, eat him from behind.
I like that plan.
throw a soap in front of him.
Did you come up with it all by yourself, or did you have help?
I say just get him in the butt.
Yeah,
like
Fee,
you said,
don't
they're going to
forget
eat them from
throw
behind.
the soap in front of him when you're standing behind him.
You what in the butt?
I want my internet money.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think out of everyone here at Fee's the only one who gets their goddamn internet money. Nobody gives me internet money.
You know what? You know what? Carlos needs a buddy, so he's gonna have a buddy.
Actually, that's not true. I did get internet money last year, which allowed
See,
me to go
look,
to
Carlos has a friend now. Look at Carlos's friendo. His name is Drone.
Oh no, his name is Corpse.
It's called Moving Target Simulator.
Reanimated flesh.
Yeah, and again, I have yet to see you encounter any resistance yet, unless I'm missing something.
It's mostly a stealth-based game from what I've seen.
Yeah, I'm having to actually do this thing that I'm not used to called stealth.
Well, you're doing it really well because I always see like the opposition standing there, and you walk up and completely murder them and move on to the next round.
Well, it's not. She's doing it stealthy, but she's doing a lot of ambush too.
We're doing a significant amount of surprise butt sex.
Isn't doing an ambush like stealthy?
Yeah, so it's like, how is that contradictory? And also, if you yell surprised, it gets thrown out of court.
I never actually heard that phrase, or what it's for.
Okay, where's Carlos? Did we lose a Carlos? Carlos, friendo.
Oh, you parked him.
Come out, wherever you are.
You parked him in front of the 150 HP guy.
I wonder if by making him, you lost Carlos.
Oh, we killed Carlos! No! We're only allowed one drone at a time. We killed on his birthday.
You killed him on his birthday.
I'm a monster.
You should just quit.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are.
You'll find out who is making the cake later on. It's
I'm more
quite a shock.
concerned with what they added into the icing.
Was it macaroni and cheese?
Nope, something that made it stickier. So
Bubblegum?
Oh,
I'm
pinky.
not gonna ask.
Because that sounds like a Pinkie Pie kind of recipe.
I think he was talking about gentleman's relish.
Is that like Grey Poupon?
Oh shit!
Did
Well,
you
that was
just do an oops?
I didn't expect the overseer to come in.
It's Mr. Bernstein.
Wow, he just walked in and just like murdered half our squad.
Yep.
Look, resistance.
Oh god! Oh god, this just backfired wholeheartedly!
Backfired. Is that gas?
Oh god! Like, most of my aliens are gone! My babies! You murdered them, you asshole!
They're very weak. Even though they have exoskeletons, they somehow die like having paper armor. I think the best game, if you want to see what it's like to be an overlord or one of the minions of an alien horde, Natural Selection 2.
Just shoot them, Morty. They're robots. They're robots, Morty. Yeah, bureaucrats. They're just like robots.
I don't respect them.
I think that's one of my favorite scenes. Is like, oh my god, he's dying. He's got a family.
God damn! Did you have to just go full on murderation on us?
Oh, like you haven't been murdering them?
That is very true.
Yeah, but they went in guns a-blazing, you went in like a slasher film.
That is also very true.
Did you say slasher or slasher?
Ichi the Killer.
Sorry, my speech impediment's not that great right now.
Is it ever that great?
Touche!
Somebody please explain the logic behind this. Apparently I had an anti-tank gun that was 600.
Oh god, this has gone tits up in like one turn.
Oh, I feel so dirty.
How do you reach 600% efficiency? I do not understand.
Fee, remember how I sent you 100 contraband yesterday?
Yeah.
I already made 50 on my Klingon account already.
How are you making so much contraband?
The Klingons have marauder missions while they attack star bases, ships, stuff like that. You get contraband and prisoners. Those prisoners you can send to labor camps for 500
That is so unfair!
I'm a fucking slave trader.
It doesn't make it any less unfair.
Yeah, but I fly around just like 6 sector blocks the entire time, every couple of hours, and just click attack, 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 and then I get contraband just streaming in and prisoners.
I actually have a question.
I might have an answer.
Could you do a Rogue Trader MMO with using the Star Trek MMO's sort of base?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Where is the emissary when you need him?
Well, aren't you getting then like to Star Citizen or something like that?
I mean, I would like it because then you can actually have like ground groups and everything, but I don't know.
Bow, bow.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember where that.
Oh!
Yeah, I'm just.
Well, this is pretty well borked. I have to wait. Is there no autosave? Yeah, there's an autosave.
You have to say manually, sadly.
There's an autosave. We can go back like 5 turns.
Well,
I'm safe, scumming. Leave me alone. I learned the hard way. Overseer Pone.
I fucked up. Time to reset.
What do you mean they get infinite turns? How is this fair? God damn it, humans!
Folks,
it gets worse on I think the last level, but I only saw a little bit of it.
Hi, Electro Blitz. How are you doing?
I love the ending though. The little ending credits.
Hey, Father Drake. Father Drake. Father Drake. You don't have to comment on everything. In the meantime, hello, Electro Blitz. How are you doing?
Poking you. What's up?
Why am I being poked?
I like it.
That is a good reason.
Poke.
Hi.
Poke.
All right, let's vote ban them right now. Vote ban.
So how are you doing, Electro Blitz?
Doing well.
Just well.
Not swell.
I'm totally
He's not
concentrating on the
swole.
pokes round.
Swell, not swole.
Same thing.
Do you even lift, bro?
Of course not. It's too much effort.
Do you didn't the new?
And spring the ambush.
Can we double up security to repair teams C and D, please?
You know, Ken.
Just make sure they're working extra hard.
Oh, you can.
On
That's
an
good.
unrelated note,
Of course I can.
standard galactoil health
You hate
insurance no longer covers the following: animal
It's a
bites,
Scottish term.
maulings,
How could you?
No, it's
partial
no,
devourment,
it's a fucking
and
trick
eczema.
Ah, okay.
Why would you remove health insurance on eczema when aliens are invading? That doesn't make any sense. You're like just discriminating against the person with a skin disease because you can.
Clearly, when aliens show up, you're going to have a higher rate of dry skin, so you want to lower your health insurance costs.
Clearly,
all that alien bile is going to raise the level of eczema. No, it's funny when Train Spotting first came out here, and it had the subtitles on it because people just couldn't understand what the hell people were saying.
Is that
fun and engaging mechanic?
What's that?
Seriously? Did they actually?
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters and there were subtitles because I'm like, can nobody here understand it?
understand what?
Well, Train Spotting, it was all the heavy Scottish accents.
Oh.
And so it actually had subtitles.
That was a great film, though.
I mean, if you go get the DVD of Mad Max, the original one, they have the original Australian soundtrack because they redubbed it because they figured no one in America would understand it. I've watched it with the original Australian soundtrack. It's much better.
Oh, it is. Yeah, usually that's the case. Yeah, it was so funny. I saw it in theaters, and people like, even with the subtitles, like, because while they subtitle it, there's still all those local colloquialisms and slang terms. People are like, I still don't understand what's going on. They didn't ken. Yeah, they didn't ken.
So no one so did they forget that security cameras are a thing? Or is everyone just willfully ignoring the large quantity of alien bastards walking down the hallway?
I would go with option B.
Yeah, they're no harm. Peace, man.
Or maybe they don't pay enough to care. I don't know.
No, they thought they were watching B-movie Horror Night.
Yeah, they just thought it was B-movie Horror Night. Yeah. They didn't think anything of it.
Who left Alien Resurrection and Starship Troopers on a loop?
Wait, what do you mean that's not a movie? Oh, come on, it's totally a 3D hologram. We know it.
It's Arnold Rimmer.
That's not even blood.
Smoke me a kipper, I'll be back for Christmas. I'm sorry, stoke me a clipper, I'll be back for Christmas.
There is no God, I have decided it.
Oh, tell me you don't watch Red Dwarf.
I have done.
Wait a minute, what's wrong with Red Dwarfs? That was a hilarious series.
Oh yeah.
Awesome! Hi Andrew Fisher, welcome to the Army Fiaura. I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you like our new Wandering Sunrise pixel art that we used for that one. So, I just got confirmation from Dre today. He's going to sign off.
Dr. Dre?
No.
Well, then who cares?
He's still alive, that's a good
He's
part.
locked in my basement.
So, for a start...
So, how do I sound?
God, you sound awful. Are you okay?
Yeah, horrific. Oh my god.
Seriously, how do I sound?
Terrible.
Bad. Terrible.
You
Very,
sound like
very
a glitchy
bad.
robot.
You got confirmation of something before Oh, sorry, Tom.
Dre will be joining the list of artists who are perfectly okay with me using their work to publish prints. So I've got I got the 2 of his that are really worth printing ready to go. So yay.
Yay indeed.
Now, were you and Dre caught next to a burned down house with a handful of gas, and a handful of matches, and still weren't found out?
I like you.
Did that sum it up, Fee? Hey.
Really? You like it that much?
Do I need to speak in caps and confirm it?
No, I understand.
There we go.
I think we all need the caps. Go for it.
Oh,
we need this sort of enthusiasm here.
I actually, talking about caps Fallout theme wise, I actually saved up all my caps, and this is different though. I saved up all my caps from 2017 from all the beers and lemonade I drank.
Wait, can we pay for our BabsCon membership in caps?
That would be funny.
How did I not know this?
I don't think the plane would be happy about that.
Well, I'll just set the Brotherhood of Steel on them.
What the TCA would not think if they open my backpack and find those many caps in my luggage.
You mean the TSA?
Yes.
The what?
The
border security.
Yeah, the overly large people wearing skin tight uniforms that search your bags.
They don't search your bags; they grope you. Get it right.
Well, they do both.
I guess this is a medical thing that I just don't understand.
Also, who was the
And
Scottish
then you have to
person who
demand
likes
they
me?
actually count all the caps to be sure.
Andrew.
And then pay taxes if it's too much.
No, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the light ups. Who's the Scottish person again who likes me?
That would be me.
Your little Pip. Okay, there we go. I've been listening to you, but I actually didn't pay attention to whose voice was lighting up.
I'm just not that important to you. That's fine then. That's fine.
Well, to be fair, nobody's that important to me.
Wow.
I am the center of my universe.
Savage.
Why is it I'm the only one who can recognize people's voices around here?
No, I recognize the voice. I just didn't know who was actually talking because I didn't.
Yeah, but I know who was talking.
Yeah, because you've seen them before and I haven't. I was in a different tab, so every time I hear them talking, I didn't know who was actually speaking.
Yeah. Bye, Carlos. I'm not sorry.
Oh, Carlos. Thanks for the party, Carlos.
Uh-oh, we just lost our ranged guy.
See, this is the first resistance I've noticed.
Okay, so that went a little better.
Yeah, you didn't get immediately murdered.
Oh no, we got pretty well murderated, but we only lost 2 instead of 7.
Like I'm saying. At least you didn't lose me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
No, I'm pretty sure Julio died.
Yeah, but you didn't lose him down by the schoolyard. Cause it's me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Now kill these guys and make your escape on the sloop John B.
We're trying really hard, but this is gonna be a hardcore murder fest.
But how hardcore are we talking?
Pretty hard. Lots of bodies.
Yeah. Aliens do Dallas hardcore.
Are we talking like?
We're talking full-on NC-17 rating.
Yeah, like I said, Aliens do Dallas.
Sorry, I got distracted by Micro there.
You get distracted pretty easily, I'm just saying.
I don't have the best attention span.
Yeah. I do not get distracted. What's that shiny? Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Although this time it was because I had to avoid a big, scary plane trying to come and kill my tanks.
Alright, are you sure you live in Scotland and not Afghanistan?
I'm playing a game. I'm not in Afghanistan.
The fuck? He just randomly ran around the opposite direction from where I laid the mine. Well, fuck that guy.
Just make sure you yell surprise.
Surprise!
You can't get charged if you yell surprise. Your Honor, the defendant sexually assaulted my client without proper permission. Did he yell surprise? Yeah, case dismissed. I would also like to claim that the term facehugger is racist.
Really? Facehugger is racist. Wouldn't that be speciest?
You say tomato, I say racist.
That's racist. You're a racist.
Sorry, how many kilts do you own?
That is none of your business.
And how many sheep have pressed charges?
None, because I tend to dispose of the evidence.
He doesn't own any kilts. He has dresses.
You serve a lot of lamb chops, don't you? Your cupboard is filled with mint sauce. I make a mean mint sauce potato, by the way.
Of course you make a mean potato, you fucking tatty peeler.
How dare you be accurate with my heritage?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Actually, I was in Japan for a couple weeks, and I went to a backyard barbecue party, and I made a roasted garlic potato and cheese dish, which they'd never ever had in their lives.
Did they find the potato disgusting?
No. In fact, every single one of them, like, it was the most popular dish of the night.
Now it made me hungry, and I just came back.
Yeah,
Welcome back, Hungry. I'm Fiaura. How are you doing?
Is that a fucking dad joke?
That is that I just made a dad joke or a mom joke, depending on which way you want to go with it.
Let's just assume your sexuality as a male, just to be more offensive.
I mean, we could be more offensive.
Wait, we're getting to say whatever we want now.
Maybe.
Are you feeling a little sheepish?
Oh, please stop to be sheep.
Don't shave off your mutton chops.
Okay. Now, everyone rape the overseer.
That's hot.
You mean surprise sex them?
Yes, that.
Speaking as your lawyer, you need to word things properly.
No. I refuse.
They said as long as you yell surprise, it's not an actionable offense.
And then murder him with the giant Goliath bug. He was tasty. Okay, Braxit, we don't want to hear you inhaling whatever that is.
Unless you're sharing.
Yes.
So please switch to push to talk, or I'm gonna have to do a thing that I don't like doing.
Switch to push
themselves.
Switch to push to talk, or switch to bong to share. One of the two.
I always knew there was something wrong with you, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And then you said that.
Look, because I think sharing is caring. Yeah. And how have you not taken over the station by now? You are the worst alien invasion ever.
I'm working on it, one guard at a time.
And work faster.
It's kind of hard.
Faster and harder. You
that's what she said.
Welcome.
I mean, we have. Oh, hello. Welcome to the Army Fiaura, Ray Leonardman. Hi.
More new people.
I know, right? It's so fucking weird.
More people to corrupt.
I mean, I literally published a video today that basically ripped on a game that a lot of people are probably going to be mad at me for ripping on.
It's a fighting game. It doesn't really have a soul.
What game?
Oh! Them fighting herds.
I will murder you.
I actually saw the video too, and I'm not into fighting games, but that one actually, when I did figure that out, it was quite interesting.
Yeah. I did not see the video either, but
it's not very good.
What?
Which one?
Okay, let me put it to you this way, dear. Unless you like hardcore fighting games and like a game in which has one setting for the computer, and that is kick your ass mode, not fun.
Oh, I would like it then.
It literally isn't. It literally was an exercise in frustration.
Yeah, no, that's, trust me. As somebody who grew up playing Street Fighter 2 in his school,
No. This is made in the mold of you need to be a pro at fighting games, or you're not going to like this.
And again, as I was just stating,
unless you're really good at Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear, Street Fighter's not going to help you.
So once again, as I have said a couple times now, I grew up playing Street Fighter and other fighting games against the Asian elite kids in my high school.
So you're missing the point entirely.
No, I'm not. You're missing the point of my statement.
No, dear.
Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. I grew up playing on hard difficulty on every single fighting game available.
No, you're okay.
Because that's how you learn how to be good.
Let me explain this to you in a way you will understand. This is so unfriendly to anyone who is not a hardcore tournament player for stupidly fast-paced fighting games that are not Street Fighter, Dead or Alive, or Smash, or, for that matter, even Mortal Kombat. This only is going to appeal to someone who plays tournament level Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. Any other fighting series, any other fighting series is simply put too slow.
Yep, which is me.
Okay.
Again, I'm not saying it's for everybody, but that's how I learned how to be good. You play on the ultimate difficulty. You play against the ultimate people, and that's how you get good.
I'm telling you from the perspective of someone who reviews games, this is not a good game.
I also review games, and I disagree. But again, everyone has their own opinions.
Just because something's not a good game doesn't mean you won't enjoy it.
Exactly. Again, I'm not saying it's for everybody. I'm not saying this is something everyone will enjoy. But me personally, I love a challenge, and I grew up playing against the most elite players that were available at my time, and that's how I got good at them.
It's less about the challenge in this case and more about just cheap tricks. Like, for instance, if you're playing it on a keyboard, as is the standard control setup, you're just gonna die.
No, again, I've done the same thing with Fighting is Magic, which was the same setup, and playing against the computer. I played against the computer, and I got murdered for days at a time. And then I figured out how to play the character I was playing on the keyboard, and I got the patterns down. It's all about how much dedication you
Furthermore, there's things missing from the game, like the training mode basically is either the computer is on kick your ass mode, or it just stands there and lets you beat on it.
Yep. Which is why I always pick kick your ass mode.
There's no actual training mode for a new player.
Yeah. And again, I'm not saying it's for everybody, but people who are a fighting game mental type, that's how I learned how to play good. Is I put it on the hardest. I never play anything on easy.
Which is bad game design.
No, it depends on what you're going for.
It's objectively bad game design. Furthermore, there's things omitted from the basic controls, like how to block is not actually listed anywhere.
Yeah, see, how you block is you hold backwards.
That doesn't work. When you hold the button, as soon as you block one hit, it immediately releases the block. You have to let off and reapply it after every hit, and when people are swinging,
that's not true.
No,
Stop arguing with Fee.
I sat here and played the game for 4 hours. That is.
I'll have to check it out, because I was playing this game at a convention last year, and I held block and blocked a bunch of stuff without letting go. So unless they've changed something since the last iteration,
they have.
Okay,
Can I point something out?
The new version.
Can I point something out about making games that are nothing but hard mode? Some people are old and crap at games, and we just play games for fun. And when a game starts out so hard that it's not fun to play in the beginning, I don't want to buy that game.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So it's not very good for selling games.
The thing is, you have to target not only just the hardcore fighters, but also you're trying to get people into fighting or in the universe or whatever. You got to understand, not everyone's gonna like the game's difficulty, how steep or how crazy it cranks up. You gotta understand, everyone is a fucking different human being, and we're always gonna enjoy different games.
Oh yeah, and I do understand that. I'm just speaking to my personal experience. I'm not saying.
Yeah, but you're pushing it like it's like we're heretics.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, yes, actually, you are. You're pushing it like you're pushing it like me saying it's a bad game is not something I'm allowed to say.
No, because I'm not. That's where I think you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm saying that my personal experience is this is how I enjoy games. You're welcome to enjoy it however you like. This is just my personal opinion on the game. I'm not saying you have to have the same experience as me. I'm just saying that this game for me is something that I will enjoy. You don't have to enjoy it. That's up to you.
And I'm saying that the majority of people will not enjoy the game.
And that's fair enough.
And that's one of my problems I have with a lot of the games recently, is a lot of games are going on that Dark Souls concept of, it has to be so hard that there's only one way you can do it, and that's the only way you can do it. And I don't enjoy that. That's not fun to me as a game.
Agreed. And most of the games I play, I love to play because they're fun, easy to get into, and it can be silly from time to time. And sometimes even the story is silly, and I like it. But when I get to those games like Dark Souls and everything, it kind of breaks me, like, do I really want to put time and effort into this game that is just unbelievably hard and can't even understand half the time? No.
Yeah. And whereas in my personal experience too is I have for a long time been disappointed with a lot of games that just give you that easy mode of like, oh look, it's so easy to beat. Like I beat this in 16 hours. Whereas I'm from the generation where games were actually difficult and challenging.
Here.
But I'm from that generation, and I disagree with that approach. If you're trying to get mass appeal,
there goes the drill.
It doesn't work.
Someone's gonna have to tell them about this, you know. Any of you want to volunteer?
The biggest issue is they have made a niche game within a niche market. Yeah. So it's only going to really be appealing to one particular fandom. And on top of that, it's only going to be appealing to one particular type of gamer. the type of gamer who likes the tournament elite fighting game. That's it. You're not that is not a good game unless you have those two market qualities applied to the same person, which kind of makes it shite.
I would love to keep this going, but I've got to go. Have fun.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
The thing is, not only difficulty games get really just impossible for anyone to enjoy, even half the time, it's just fighting games to me. I grew up with Mortal Kombat 1, Street Fighter 2, and everything, and I grew up with the same difficult games. The games that I loved, that I cherish, were practically easy, and I loved it because it was just fun, easy to get into. And if most of the games I play nowadays are quote-unquote easy to you, I like the lore, I love the story, I like the fluff. I don't care for the difficulty. Difficulty's cheap. It's the only way you can get replayability in most of these games nowadays.
Yeah, I used to play it in tournaments all the time. So for me, this is a throwback to my or not even my childhood, but the most fun I had in gaming was I used to work in arcades, and I would go to my shift, and when I was done, I would go and spend my entire evening playing against the best players in my area and challenging myself. And for me, that's my enjoyment. So I'm not saying it's wrong for you to like what you like. I'm saying for me, it's
right. But yeah. You are the niche market this game applies to. The majority of people watching this stream right now are gonna hate it.
Oh, fair enough for them, but I'll beat your asses. Fuck you.
That's the wrong attitude to have, though.
Very wrong.
Because what's going to happen is you're only going to have a few people who play the game, and the company behind the game who we all want to support, because they've gone out of their way to do this, is going to suffer and fail because they've designed their game in a way that only applies to 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
or you
6,
could look
7,
at it this
8, 9,
way:
11, 12 people.
You could look at it this way: is the people who don't want the challenge could set up their own tournaments where there are people who don't enjoy the challenge, and so they're all playing.
But they're not going to do that because, unlike, say, for instance, if I went to play Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo, there was difficulty modes that I could apply to so that I could make the game fun for anyone's skill level. They're not going to want to do that when they start a computer mode and it just beats your ass.
Well, let me put it to you this way: if you were starting a interpersonal tournament between all of your friends, in your circle of friends, in your circle of friends, you were going to have that one person. In that circle of friends, you're going to have that one person who is able to just wreck everybody.
But that's no fun for everyone else.
Yes, again, but what I'm saying is, if you have that one person, then maybe they shouldn't be in your tournament.
But it's not about the tournament in this case. I can't find the enjoyment in even playing the game in single-player mode where you're supposed to learn how to play.
I'll be back on 7 in no time.
And I had that issue with the Fighting is Magic game at the beginning. Like, I couldn't even beat the first character. I couldn't do it. I played it on the keyboard on my computer for 6 hours. I was so frustrated. I could not even beat the first character. And then
there is one character I was able to beat. I was able to beat Palm. That's it.
No, not them fighting hers, but the Fighting is Magic version.
The Fighting is Magic. I know the Fighting is Magic version too because we have it.
But my point is I played that literally. Like, I was doing it on a stream, and for a good 2 or 3 hours, I could not get past the second or third character, and then all of a sudden I figured out how to play, and then I was able to wipe anyone's ass.
But
I walked through it like no problem on the keyboard without a controller pad, which is how I usually play.
From a game perspective, though, you only truly have one chance, and you only have 2 hours to interest a player in most cases.
Mm-hmm.
If you take longer than that 2 hours, I'm sorry, but players aren't going to stick.
Oh yeah, and I'm not arguing with you on that point. I'm just saying, for my personal enjoyment, I had a problem, and I stuck with it until I overcame it.
Yeah.
Yes, but not everyone likes having that kind of difficulty. You gotta understand. It's not.
I do understand, and I've said this several times. This is not about everybody.
A moment.
Okay.
Yeah, but how are people gonna buy the game if it's so hard and people are just put off by it in the first place?
Well, then they can go and plot. Then they can go and buy a Fluffy Unicorn Fighter 2, where you can beat everything easily. Not every game is for everybody. Dark Souls 2 is not for everybody. I don't even play Dark Souls 2.
But
the
entirety, the biggest issue I have is the entirety of the modern fighting games seem to be geared towards strictly hardcore players. Even the most recent iteration of Smash Brothers that Nintendo showed off has gone through entire rework because people said it was too hard.
I don't even play Smash Brothers. I have no idea what that's about.
I like Smash Brothers. I grew up with the first and many of the other versions. And I like it. I like being silly. I like having fun. I don't like tournaments. I just like kicking back, hanging out with my friends, eating a slice of pizza, and just playing a game. But what you're doing is you're playing a game to be not only good, but you're also trying to make sure that everyone else knows that you're the badass. I don't do that. I actually been that little victim a lot because my older brother would fucking rip me apart when I played as Pikachu.
I think you're missing the point that he's making. Is that even if you don't like it, he likes it, and that's what he wants in his games. That's the point.
Exactly. It's not. It's like I'm not saying you can't have what you like. I'm saying this is what I miss about fighting games back in the day. Is that there was a challenge and there was the ability to.
But for instance, I'll give you a couple for instances. If you go to the most recent Mortal Kombat, which is by Warner Brothers, oddly enough,
which is actually, honest to God, garbage.
But you can up the difficulty to be a ridiculous challenge if you so choose. Same thing with the garbage Street Fighter they put out recently.
But again, you're talking about AI. I'm talking about player versus player.
But the point being that you will get in that 99% of the population does not play multiplayer until they're comfortable facing the AI. If the AI is so difficult that you can't get comfortable, you're never going to get to multiplayer.
Yeah, which is maybe why you should not be playing the game I want to play. And again, I'm not saying it's wrong that you don't like it. I'm just saying that maybe this is not the game for you.
It might not, it might not be the game for me. But I'm also stating that designing a game that way is bad game design.
So put it on easy mode and have your fun.
There is no easy mode on that game.
There's no easy mode. The computer is always set to the maximum difficulty.
And not only that, the frickin' campaign not only introduces you to each of the characters and their combos and their stories, it also gets you to understand how the game works, how to work around each of the enemies and everything as those characters. You keep going at it like, oh, I'm a superior, so you guys are wimps. No, just shut up and listen.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, Father Drake. Calm down, one. Don't yell.
Yeah, you need to take it down a notch. I'm not saying you guys suck.
Let me finish my statement. Two, you might not be saying we suck, but the way you are phrasing it is we suck. That is exactly how you were coming off. It might not be your intent, it might not be what you want to say, but the way you are saying it is we suck.
Well, let me rephrase it then. What I'm saying is, if you don't want a challenge, go and find games that aren't a challenge.
But that's not the point. Even Dark Souls doesn't throw you to the fucking wind until you get to the first boss. They give you about an hour worth of content to get used to the fact that this is going to be a hard game and give you enemies that don't one-shot you.
Yeah, but again, the difference between, say, Dark Souls and a fighting game is Dark Souls is a story-based game where you have a build-up. Fighting games are literally, they throw you into a battle.
Yes,
so let's just say, in a fighting game, let's say in Dark Souls 2, you spend an hour developing your character and like, oh crap, I got murdered. Like that's an investment, that's a build-up. In a fighting game, you literally have a 90-second battle.
Yeah,
it's like there is no build-up, there is no investment. It's like, oh, I got my ass kicked, I'll try again. Like it's not the same scenario.
But
what I'm saying is, you have that 90-second battle to try again and try again. And to be quite honest, if you're not ready for that, or you're not, that's not your skill set, then oh well. Like it's not a comment on your life or your.
But
like saying you suck, it's just saying like maybe this is not the kind of game you're better at.
But for instance, it gives you fighting games have a certain skill set that is not automatically an innate skill set. It's something you have to learn. It gives you no real opportunity to learn that skill set,
which is why it's a shorter learning period. You have a 90-second battle. Like, oh, I lost in 90 seconds. I have the opportunity to try again and try again for 90 seconds, which means that, in Dark Souls, you have an hour to build up and learn your skill set, and you screw it up and you die. And like, oh crap, I gotta go back to that hour again and get back to where I was. Whereas the fighting game is like, you can try it again and again and again and again and again in rapid succession and learn faster. It's a completely different skill set. And I'm not saying it's wrong that maybe you're not ready for that or you don't want to do that. But speaking as somebody who learned that way, the more I got my ass beat, the faster I learned.
That might be true for you, but the majority of the population, that's not how they learn. That's why, for instance, I'll give you, for instance, for a game I used to play a lot, EVE Online has literally one of the steepest learning curves in existence.
Yeah, but it also gives you the longest learning time. You can play that game forever. Like, if you die a bunch of times, it's fine, but you can start a new account and you can do the whole thing, and you've learned from your experiences. It's a completely different game style.
No, but the learning curve is just as steep. That's why it doesn't have a huge popularity. But my chat is also telling me to shut you up and tell you to eat a dick, because most of them hate the way you're talking.
Yeah, well, I don't give a fuck, so fuck y'all, I'm out of here.
Okay.
That went swimmingly.
I wanted to rip his head off verbally. Thank you, Fee, for...
I mean, I'm a little more diplomatic about it. I try to be. He can be a dick.
I do not like those kind of people in any of my video games. They just make it impossible to enjoy. My brother was one of them, and he...
I mean, you are right. It is the get good mentality, which is not an okay mentality to have. It doesn't promote the game that you want people to play with you. What's going to end up happening that I foresee for that particular game is they're going to have no players.
I remember my time down here.
Except for the
all
hardcore of hardcore.
Wild office shenanigans.
And that's
what people want to go for, is that.
Homemade
you don't want that, though. You don't want the hardcore of the hardcore. Because those games don't last.
What an awful.
I think that's the point he was trying to make, though, is
anyway,
if
keep your
people
eyes
want to do that, why
if you
can't
see
they? That was his
out of the ordinary, you report it to me.
Yeah, but it depends on also how you market the game. If you market the game as for hardcore players only, okay, that's it. But if you market the game for everyone and you make it that difficult, it's a bad marketing decision or a bad game design.
In this case, it's bad game design. The game is marketed as for everyone, but it's not.
And then you have a bad game design, indeed.
For me, one of the games I like, because I love the lore and I like watching some of the videos based on it, is the Dark Souls series. I want to play it, I own the third one, I like playing it, but it feels so steep in the learning curve, even in the beginning, that it's just, okay, I want to really enjoy this game, but I can't even get past just the first part sometimes. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, I don't know what's happening. Half the time I feel like the game's glitching out or something else is happening.
I mean, there were legitimate parts during my 4-hour play period of that game where I just put the controller down because there was no sense in me using it, because the computer literally did like half my health air juggle, and it didn't explain to me how to counter, it didn't explain to me how to do anything, and it was just watching myself get my butt kicked. That's no fun. That's just pure frustration, and it's not a challenge, it's cheap. Like, legitimately, that is a cheap tactic for the very first opponent to just air juggle you for half your health. You don't and you don't know how to counter, you don't know how to combo breaker, you don't know how to block. You read the moves, but it doesn't tell you how to actually, when I say it doesn't tell you how to actually input them, for instance, one of the moves is back, down, forward. Okay, how do I actually input that into a controller in a way that works? Because I don't know the timing, I don't know how to get the move right, I haven't been given an opportunity to sit down and learn it. And when when you go into their training mode, unlike a Mortal Kombat training mode or even a Street Fighter training mode, where you can set, for instance, the ability to go, hey, I want to do this move. And it will say, okay, do the move. And then when you do the move the first time, it'll replay it for you to show you exactly how you did it. And then it will say, all right, now do it 3 times. And then you just keeps upping that number until you've achieved a mastery of that maneuver. Whereas this doesn't do that. It's just, oh, you want to go into practice mode, here's a dummy to beat on that doesn't move. That's not helpful.
I agree, and to a lot of people like myself, I would like to have a little bit of a tutorial, or maybe a training mode, or at least in the single player, have a mini training mode you can skip, do.
The old Mortal Kombat games, I played training mode for more time than I actually played single or multiplayer, because it gave me the opportunity to learn how to do everything that people said you were supposed to be able to do, including the finishing moves. But
I was going to say, finishers are always fun, though.
That's true. But because this game doesn't have that mode where I can sit down and it will actually show me how to do a maneuver and then I can learn how to do it, it doesn't have any appeal for me to sit there for 4 hours and I'm still just being beat senseless by a computer, much less make me want to actually go into multiplayer.
One of the games I usually play the tutorial regardless, even if I played it for years on end, was Gears of War 2, because the tutorial was actually interesting, and it was fun. And it actually made a lot of actual, in-game jokes and stuff, and actual, fluff, and I loved it a lot.
You fell straight into my trap.
I loved it.
Your brute strength is nothing compared to our superior human
intellect.
intellect.
It made me appreciate the character a lot more. And Marcus and Dom. Most of the other games in the tutorial usually it's flat and it doesn't really impact the story, but that was one of the good times that actually worked.
Good luck with your big trap.
Pretty good.
Give those buggers a thrashing.
Wait.
Well, I was going to say, another one that I enjoyed was Jack
Thompson. Did you just soil yourself?
Or the opening of Jack Baxter 3.
Blitz it. Get your
There's
men down
also
here.
Psychonauts. That was pretty good.
Psychonauts
Ooh,
was pretty
that
good.
was a good one.
Yeah. But, no, I mean, for Jack and Daxter 3, you literally get thrown out of an aircraft.
Swords slice through armor, and their flashbangs will daze any swarmers caught in the blast. Banshees also explode on death, dealing damage to each unit. The best way to take them out is a valuable disruptor unit.
But yeah, for the game, they literally just throw you into a fighting pit. Go, here's your basic button moves. You press those, and you beat people up. And then you get a shotgun about halfway through.
Yeah, and even in Super Smash Bros., one of the most casual fighting games ever, I love it to dear bits because not only I get to play as a Pokemon or some of my favorite Pokemon.
Luck.
I get to have an enjoyment and not have to worry about these giant combos. I just gotta know when to use this ability, when to use that, and which one complements it next.
Just like my last marriage.
It's so much more fun, and I loved it a lot.
I'm not sure you want to say your last marriage ended in disappointment, dear.
What?
Where the hell did that come from?
The guy whose door we're trying to bash in, he said his last marriage ended in disappointment.
Ouch. I just got the freaking
distract it with logic errors? How are you going to distract it with logic errors?
I just got Brooklyn Nine-Nine in my head.
Okay. Interesting.
One of the characters actually goes through a horrible marriage to the point even his donated semen were held by his wife by ransom.
Excuse me?
It was the weirdest episode series. Check it out, it's on Hulu. It's hilarious.
Okay, can we go back to Fiaura maiming Earthlings?
You mean turning humans into pork chops? Yep.
I mean, we are turning them into pork chops anyway.
And spam.
And hot dogs, in case you're really worried.
Pork chops and spam.
Oh god.
Bacon wrapped spam.
Have you guys tried spam fried rice? It's fucking phenomenal.
That isn't.
You basically cook the spam to the point it's crispy, take it out.
Chop it up.
No, you chop it up regardless in the beginning before you cook it. But yeah, you cut it up before you cook it, take it out, start making your fried rice. At the very end, add the spam in so it stays nice and crunchy.
Really, Mr. Security Guard? Really?
I'm getting off because they're flashed.
Oh my! Sorry, I had to.
Why did you have to? Oh my!
I was on my computer all day Saturday, so I really should get off.
You know, it didn't get better. It just got worse. Alright, Red Maxim, you have a good day.
Thanks.
Well, that grunt's dead. There's nothing I can do about it.
Consider that a learning experience.
Maybe I overestimated the reliability of our finest steel. Uh-oh.
No, sometime Pony needed to get choked out towards the end.
I mean, the guy can be... I will fully admit the guy can be a dick. It's a problem that I don't really know if there's a workaround or a solution to.
I could choke the crap out of him.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. Wait, what's going on?
Funtime Pony needs his attitude adjusted. Well, okay, if you don't want me to choke him out, you want me to hit him behind the ear with a ball-peen hammer? That'll adjust him too. He'll be playing with crayons for the rest of his life. I'm sorry, he got me just so angry with his patronizing talk.
What was the game you reviewed today?
I did a first impressions because it's an early access of them fighting herds.
It needs a lot of work.
It does, and the sad part, like, I wanted to do a review, but then they released it under the early access umbrella, and I'm like, I can't really do a review because that's not fair. But at the same time, you guys had how long to develop this?
With Tara Strong, no doubt. Not that she's a developer, but still.
Faust.
Faust, yeah.
So I don't see them doing any major development that will actually fix the problems.
Besides a complete AI rewrite kind of thing?
Maybe a complete AI rewrite, but that's a big maybe.
That's a long crawl.
I'm just not gonna buy it. It's not the sort of game I play anyway.
Well, I'd hoped for something a bit more fun, like, you know, and a animated version of like Smash would have been ideal, but nope.
what was Smash Brothers? I don't think I've ever played it.
Super Smash Brothers is where Nintendo basically took all of their characters and have a giant fighting game with all of them.
Oh,
in which you can actually have Star Fox fight Mario, and you can have Metroid join in the fun too.
Okay, have you ever played the video game Smash TV? Or whatever it is, where they're fighting monsters.
Yeah, completely unrelated game. There's a whole lot of enemies coming up here.
Indeed.
Oh, he dead. Oh, shit, he ain't dead. Fuck, he got 35. Oh, fuck my day. Well, that's a dead grunt.
Oh, well, occupational hazard.
Oh, come on.
Is that a minigun?
Yes, go maul that thing. As well.
People say that some animations are actually not finished and they break move telepathy.
I believe it. Actually, it does kind of feel like we're just playing the arcade game they originally released with just new characters instead of, you know, actually an upgraded, updated game. Which is kind of awkward to have to say.
Look, maybe we got off on the wrong foot. How about I throw you a bone?
Do you want to stay?
And we can put this all behind us.
I think he also took it defensive, that you didn't like it for some reason, too personal.
Yeah. Well, rip me. I think we failed this mission.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure, because I'm down to like 1 or 2 units. They just, they've pretty thoroughly murdered everyone I have, and I don't have a lot left.
Indeed, sorry, I'm a mint behind you on the stream. Or at least that's what my delay is anyways.
Employee discipline mode. You have a... I'm not sure if that's a knife or what that's supposed to be, but you just killed somebody with it.
Was he pursuing the ultimate corporate good of more profit?
Apparently.
Huh, you might be in luck then with that little robot guy out.
Alright, I'm back.
Might being the key word.
Have you been fun playing this? Or has
Oh,
this
it's
game
fun. It's just really hard.
Okay, okay. No bones, no bones. A limb, perhaps. Not mine, of course. I know this delicious guy called Dickenham.
Really? You're just gonna throw Dickenham under the bus there?
He's going, yeah.
Jesus, how many enemies are they throwing your way?
A fuck ton!
How many does she eat?
Not enough!
So far I'm seeing well over a dozen of these fuckers on the screen.
There are! I'm pretty sure we lost. Like, there's not a lot I can do. There's just too many. That's it, game. There's way too many enemies on the screen right now.
Indeed. Yeah, even if you had kept everyone that you had and you spawned in alive, don't think you have enough bodies to throw in the way of that attack.
I think she needs to practice also with the...
I wanted you to attack diagonally and you just walked in front of him and died. That's kind of worthless.
Oh, that sucks.
Now we have to figure out if you can rename people.
You can't.
I figured as much.
Aw. So we can't have Mr. Derpy McDerpid. Yeah, fuck.
You were saying you were saying words and they sounded hard.
Don't try and talk when you're eating peanut butter.
Yeah, there's way too many enemies coming at me right now.
Yeah, 'cause you just doubled, what was it, 3 of them just then? And there's still like 8 plus more out there.
Yep. There is holy fuck balls. This is a rape train that I did not want today.
And looks like they're getting, what, 4 or 5 more this turn now? So, yeah, this is pretty screwy.
It's weird. I was disconnected and then reconnected in less than a second.
That happens sometimes.
Sounds like an internet hiccup. Too bad you can't get point of aim as in Overwatch shots where if it's somebody walks between a point you choose and the target and you get to shoot them or attack them.
Just me, or is Fuddy really, really quiet?
He's quiet.
Oh yeah, he's pretty quiet.
No, I mean more so than usual. Like I can barely hear him at the moment.
Who, me?
Yeah, might just be my end, to be honest.
No, let me check. Come on, open, damn it. That.
It must just be on my end. I'll try just here.
Oh, he's really quiet on my end too, so...
No, it's... I don't know why
He's actually pretty okay on my end.
That better?
Yes, significantly.
Something again took my input volume down to nothing.
Discord sometimes do that. It's the automatic voice regulation thing that they use. Sometimes it does that for me too. You have to manually crank it all the way up so it goes down again to a normal. 200%, not above it.
No, but setting the Overwatch reminded me of a very funny miniature game with tank miniatures. There were two German Flamens that were set up on opposite sides of the...
How long is it going to take to break down the damn door?
That's what I was thinking.
No idea.
Must be one hell of a good door, then.
Oh, Fiaura, imagine this. Like I say, two Flamen Panzers on opposite sides of a road. They trigger an Overwatch, or Stuart, sure. Excuse me, I'm trying to think too fast. An M5 Stuart goes racing through and sets off both their opportunity fires. They both miss the Stuart, but hit each other with their flamethrowers.
That's funny.
It was. Until the Stuart thought it was hysterical until he went farther down the road.
Really?
Got hit an 88.
Really, game? He took his move action and then got 2 additional move actions because he spotted something.
Damn.
Sounds like it's starting to be more like XCOM.
Well, now I'm down to 2 critters and no stuff. And no way, that's it. There's no way I can do it. With what I have left, I'm fucked.
Just save scum it.
There's no save scum in this. There's too many fucking enemies. I literally can't stem the tide. So, there were 3 guys in here, and now there's about to be 7. There's no way to stem this without, like, metagaming the fuck out of it. You did not come up here prepared to engage this many enemies, flat out. Much less the fact that you have to do it in a static fight instead of like we've been doing where we've been able to hit and then leave. I'm just going to hide you an event and end turn because this is going to be it. They're just going to run up and kill the matriarch at this point.
I mean, even at optional objective you fulfill is not doing shag
Look
off.
at that! Sees that he took his move and then gets to move again because he spotted something. Dead. Yeah. I am never a fan of a game that uses endless waves as a way to up the difficulty. That's cheap.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, wasn't that the initial bitch about whatchamacallit? About
There's been a lot of strategy games recently that think that for some reason think endless waves is a good idea. Just to artificially increase the difficulty. And it's not. It's one of the worst, most horrifically bad mechanics in an RTS. Before we would have RTS games that you didn't have endless waves was how they upped the difficulty. You had to actually like progress and you could eliminate the spawns, and that's how you won the match, was you were aggressive. You moved in and eliminated the spawns before they became a problem. Here, you aren't allowed to do that. It's just endless wave after endless wave, and you just have to deal with it.
I was gonna say, it's like I know with Ashes and the Singularity and a few other games that I play, if you aren't on top of your research or anything like that, and you fall behind in your research, you're going to get wiped because
this definitely feels like it has this downhill slope to it. So that if you start having trouble, there's no recovery. It just keeps going down. Because I started that encounter with 7 units, and never got back to 7 units. I never had an opportunity to work my way back up. I just had to deal with endless waves. I mean, it's fun, it's quirky, it's interesting, but at the end of the day, I think it's going for a comedic approach of aliens versus colonial marines, and there's just something here falling short. Like, they do a good job of explaining the game mechanics, and then they seem to forget you have a limited number of guys. I mean, yes, every time you kill a guy, you can get more, but it's a 2 to 3 ratio. You need to kill 3 enemies to get 2 of your own. And then you have to upgrade them, so it becomes a 1 to 5 ratio, where if you want an upgraded unit, it takes killing 5 enemies. I also have come to the firm realization that when a strategy, like, for instance, the most recent strategy game we complained about this was XCOM. To artificially increase the difficulty of the final mission, it throws endless waves. No new twists, no new mechanics, just endless wave mode. Which you can stem for a little bit, but as soon as you don't kill everything on the map, the next turn there's going to be it's going to increase the number of enemies on the map. And then if you don't, and then it just starts snowballing. And that's what just happened, was I couldn't kill everything fast enough because I didn't have enough units to start with, and it just started snowballing. And I didn't know to preemptively prepare for that. But then somebody can go, well, that's why it's a trap. And I'm like, yeah, but you've had a game so far that's relied on stealth elements, and your creatures legitimately rely on stealth. Like, even the big tank guy only takes 2 hits if he attacks for the round. He takes 3 hits if he armors up to kill. So even your big tank guy doesn't last very long. So suddenly switching gears and everything else in the game is based on stealth threw a loop in there that I was not prepared for. And that the game mechanics itself are not lended to. It was fun to that point, Tom. It was legitimately fun. And then that happened. Wow, great job, game devs. Right at just over the 2-hour mark, just over the point where someone could refund the game, it switches, it pulls that.
Fun.
I suppose if you sped through it, you could get to that point in under 2 hours, but there was no point in speeding through it. You weren't encouraged to go quickly. Like, even taking a few extra turns beyond the par for the map was fine. It was just a 10-20 negative. It was like a 10-point negative per extra turn you took. It's got it there. I imagine if I got past that part, it would be more fun, but I'd have to get past that part, and that's awkward. The other problem I think I kind of have with it is the specific enemy versus specific monster type of deal. You give us these options of Grunt, Stalker, the Spitter thing, and the Goliath, but then you tell me that that I have to make them in a certain order in order to deal with certain enemies. Like, me personally, if I wanted to actually do the stealth thing, I would go all Stalkers. Why would I not? They're really powerful, but then they run into a bouncer and it's just dead. I guess what I'm saying is you're punished for making decisions to build a comp you want as opposed to the comp required for the level.
Makes sense.
Which is an interesting way of doing it. But you never want to, in a strategy game, you never want to force players to adapt to a particular strategy because that makes it less fun for them. If I had to play the entire game with just, Goliaths, or I had to play the entire game with just Stalkers, it wouldn't be fun. There'd be no variety. I'm trying to process how you should actually do that last part, and I actually can't.
It's the way the spawns were set up. Like, it sort of might have been forced. Wanted you to put enemies in next to them, so you can basically bump them whenever they popped out. But because about half of those looked like they were only pumping out a single unit at a time, basically.
Yeah, but there's 6 spawns, which means every turn they're spawning 6 units, and if you can't chew through 6 units a turn, you're not going to stem the tide.
Yeah.
And it's going to snowball, and you're going to die. Especially for the number of turns that it was requiring me to, quote, keep them off the matriarch. That was a long time. That was easily 10 turns plus, and I was still having to do that objective.
It would have been nice if they actually gave you, I don't know, an actual estimate about, oh, hold them off for this long.
Oh, that would have been nice, but no estimate. No progress bar, no idea of how long that door is going to hold. I mean, in the 3 levels we played, we'd already killed 100 enemies.
Jesus.
I most certainly didn't. I have the achievement now for killing 100 enemies. I most certainly didn't spawn 100 units. I'm just saying. Yeah,
idea, Fiaura. See if you can leave a grunt in one of the spawn rooms at that.
You can't get into the spawn rooms. They're all locked.
Eee.
And there's no. I looked around the map. There was no indication of some way to unlock them. I mean, I have enough here to review it, and it has its fun and its quirks, but that mission just kind of ruins it a little bit.
It left a bad taste in your mouth.
And I'm imagining that there are going to be other missions where that mechanic is in play. It's protect the matriarch until X amount of time. The other mechanic that kind of sort of upsets it a little bit for me is you can only spawn 1 grunt a turn. Like here in the trailer, they show you spawning a bunch, but that's probably over multiple turns. As soon as you've used the ability, you can't spawn anything else. And the enemies spawning 5 and 6 a turn is... There's a word we have for that.
Bullshit.
Devastatingly hard. I mean, you took something that wasn't necessarily easy and then suddenly turned the difficulty to 13. I was fine with it having it at difficulty 7 or 8. That's fine. I had to do a save scum. I actually had some challenge there that was legitimately, it felt like I lost. Because, like in XCOM, you run up and an alien you've never met before pwns your ass because it has some ability that you're like, holy shit! Where did that come from? Why do I feel like I've been raped? But with that, what? You just gave me 3 new enemy types all at once, and one of them basically makes it, and all 3 of them basically had a specific alien type that I could use to counter them, but you're spawning them so fast that there's no way I can build up the numbers required to counter it unless I preemptively knew to do that. What that means is that you're artificially increasing your game length through the try again method. That is to say, I'm supposed to fail repeatedly. And artificially increasing your game length through the try again method is also a shitty thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
The game's good. The core mechanics are good. The actual game itself is good. Just that particular method of... If the levels continue where they keep using the try again method as the method of, progression, I could see players throwing up their hands in frustration and never coming back to it. I also don't think that you're going to have a lot of replayability with it either, because it only has the one campaign. There's no random generation mode. And the campaign definitely looks scripted. Like, if I went back to... Tom, have you been back and played previous levels and they're built it, and it's the exact same level?
But would you recommend it for the price?
I think it's a $15 to $20 game.
It's $25. I couldn't recommend it for the price. I'd have to say wait until it goes on sale. I'm not going to say don't play it, but I'm going to say don't pay full price for it.
That seems fair.
Like, that's my final answer. Don't pay full price for this one. It is not bad, but you need to wait for a sale.
Hey, Fee, nice pentacle.
Nice.
You can hope they'll make DLC.
Pentacle.
Pentagram. You can hope they'll make DLC, but they'd have to have sales to make. They'd have to have sales to make DLC, and I'm telling you not to buy it unless they have they've cut the price or a little bit. I would buy it for $15. I would not buy it for $25. I have better things to spend $25 on. However, it will not be my next game review because that's this. Actually, it might be my next game review just so I can have a review up tomorrow or something up for Wednesday. But my next game review is this big old book here. That'll be released Thursday morning after stream because the game goes live Thursday morning where people can actually purchase their own copy.
Nice.
I gotta say, just a little preview. If you don't want to play ponies and you just want to make everybody human and play Fallout New Vegas as a tabletop game, here's your book. Like, legit.
Sweet.
You just turn everybody special to 10 and ignore the pony stuff and ignore the magic section, and this is Fallout New Vegas as a tabletop game in your hand.
That's pretty good.
That's actually a good thing. Also, Wednesday night, we will start officially using the hit location rule, which is in this book. I've already talked to Moon about it. I'm going to go read that for you guys. Hit location is determined by what percentage you roll flipped, except for headshots do not occur randomly for this. They can if you choose, but he's not going to have headshots randomly occur.
So it's sort of like the Rogue Trader rules system then.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Except for each limb also has a hit point pool, so that individual limbs will get crippled.
Very nice.
Because I've pre-ordered mine, I don't know when it's coming.
Anyway,
shall we get Wandering Sunrise, some hot cinnamon buns?
Did you read the preview of the chapter I just wrote? Do you want me to go read that now, just so you understand that Sunrise will never again want a cinnamon bun?
Wait, what?
I'm gonna go read this. It's awful and terrible and horrible.
I've heard you tell this story twice, but I'll hear it a third time.
Wait! You've heard what she said about what I said about cinnamon buns?
Yes.
Sunrise, I don't know, I don't know, but if they are, they would be proud. A spark of hope lit within me. Lit God, that is not properly word ordered. It didn't matter that her voice was grim, the spark was there. I looked up at her and nodded. Then as long as we don't know, there's hope that one day I'll have to explain to my mom that her grandfoes might be Zonies. I kissed Pink on the lips. She tasted like cotton candy. Pink laughed out loud as we broke the kiss. Damn it, Sunrise, you know how cute for a mare. Mare's so cute, you're a good kisser too. Nyota is lucky you aren't all into mares. I blinked at her and slowly turned white with a blush which only made her snicker more. You know, my mom was quite the wild mare. Your mom was quite the wild mare when she was at my parties those 2 times. She might, you know, look at you and ask if she can take a turn. Pinkie Pie replied with a giggle. I looked at her eyes so wide that I felt like they might leave my skull. I mean, you know, your mom might try to buck your boyfriend just like she did me. There was another awkward pause as I glared at her. What? I said yes, of course. Your mom was and probably still is hot. Wait, what? You mean mom and you? And suddenly I had a very, very sick to my insides. But the image in my head was gone and wouldn't come back no matter how hard I thought on it. Oh no, Sunrise, I'm suppressing that one. You don't need to know what me and your mom did under party time menthols and alcohol, nor that she tasted like cinnamon buns. Whoopsie! Time to wake up. I woke up with the taste of cinnamon bun, vodka, Med-X, and the lack of water on my tongue. I never will want a cinnamon bun ever again.
Oh,
Jesus!
When did that happen?
Time to wake up.
Hey, I'm back.
That
you missed the best part.
Yeah.
What happened?
Cinnamon buns.
Cinnamon buns.
Okay, is that supposed to allude to anything that I know of?
Possibly.
Cinnamon buns.
Okay, I'll read the short version. Wait, what? You mean mom? You mean mom and you? And suddenly I felt very, very sick to my insides, but the image in my head was gone and wouldn't come back no matter how hard I thought on it. Oh, Sunrise, I'm suppressing that one. You don't need to know what me and your mom did under party time menthols and alcohol, nor that she tasted like cinnamon buns. Whoopsie! Time to wake up! I will never, ever want a cinnamon bun ever again.
So when did you and Nyota become a thing? I'm on number 10 at the moment now, and...
You're reading the story?
Oh, okay.
So if you're reading the story, Nyota and Sunrise is is unreleased on the story version.
Oh.
It's the next chapter. It's 14. That all gets explained.
I'm watching and reading it at the moment there now, and I'm back on 10 at the moment.
Yeah, and the written version has the better explanation, but it's after... It's just before the fight at Los Pegasus.
Okay.
Is where it really is, but the written version, I have to release that, and that means I need props to finish what he's doing. Alright, let's see if there's anybody to raid, and then check for... By the way, I get that you guys were irritated with the guy, but understand that just like shouting and silencing somebody is not the way I can legitimately go and win an argument. I have to actually engage the person and get them to either prove how much of an ass they are or turn their opinion.
And sometimes stop interrupting us when you were speaking.
I don't agree with the dude's point, but I think he made a fair point. If somebody wants to play the hardcore game, that should be there if they want it. I don't have a problem with that.
But not every game should be designed as...
No, not every game, yes.
And a game that's being marketed as for a particular fandom that's full of a bunch of people who are not hardcore gamers shouldn't be designed that way.
I couldn't comment on because I don't know who it's designed for. I don't play fighting games, so I've had zero interest in this game's development.
So there we go. We're rating Roblog Fett with hashtag Fiaura sucks at fighters. Can I type in here? Okay, there it goes. So everybody bail in on Rob. Let him know we like him. Let him know he's an okay person.
Can't access that one actually.
No, you can. You just have to fix the YouTube browser problem, which is to go up to your browser, click on it, and press the delete. And once you are able to type more letters, you press the delete button. Don't delete the entire link because it'll select the link. You click twice so that you have the cursor, and then you just press delete. And you'll see a bunch of extra stuff after the link after Roblog Vet, and you need to delete the extra stuff. We've explained this a few dozen times, that apparently YouTube's chat link system is broken. Not that it's anything new. Anyway,
Yeah,
you guys
YouTube.
YouTube, you guys on Twitch, you're about to lose me. I'm hitting the host button. Right as soon as I see my finger pointing at the screen, that'll tell me it's time to press the actual button. So, heart you guys, but we're going to be done for the day. Good night, everybody. Song of the Void gets the hat and all
Good
of
night,
the tips, by
everyone.
the way. Ah! I screwed the camera. I screwed the camera!
Good job.
What's up?
But anyway, everybody come in and help make Rob smile as he plays a terrible game.
It's a bad game.
It's a bad game.
But I did like your reaction. You don't need another Steve incident.
Wait, another Steve? Why are we having more Steve? Are we getting a scorpion? Are we getting a scorpion?
Have you hit them 3.0 yet?
You got hit with that, and then the large tip from Song, and you were gone. No, Box Pony's the one who got a really close interview with Steve.
Yep. Anyway, good night, everybody. I'll be here. I'll be here in Discord if anybody wants to come in and hang out.